What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Powered by Primus, and in today's video we're going to be doing a Q&A talking about a lot of things, from what's going on in the Transformers Tcg to what's going to happen with this channel, what's all going down with everything, as well as just answering a few random questions in the process. So I really hope that you guys do enjoy this Q&A. You guys can always contact me with questions, whether it's via our Facebook page, whether it's our Instagram, Twitter, all of that good jazz. I'm going to link links to everything down in the description box below. So if you do want to follow us on some other social media platforms, which I suggest that you guys do, you guys can check them out via that. Now the first question is probably, Jamie, did you cut your beard? Well, yeah, obviously I did. You guys can go back a few videos, even if you guys are watching our Let's Play. You guys can see I took a lot off, and I know it's going to be a little weird for you guys to get used to just in the beginning. I wanted to kind of mix some things up, so I thought I would take my beard down, and we go with the simple goatee. Now the next question is, Jamie, is that a hat? Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It is super beautiful, and you guys can get your hands on these beautiful hats. If you guys do want to obviously pick them up, you guys can head over to our website at poweredbyprimus.com. If you didn't know we had a website, surprise, we have a website. I have yet to put a few more things on there. You guys can check out articles, you guys can check out deck lists, you guys can check out news, as well as a card shop, which does have a few fancy things. And we do have some more Megatron playmats, so if you're trying to get one of those Megatron playmats, head over there and pick them up. We're completely sold out of Optimus Prime playmats, which was super awesome. So if you did pick one of those up, huge thank you from me to you guys. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is what's up with the Transformers Tcg, because that is the biggest question that I've been getting asked. I've also spent a long time really not answering that question for various reasons, but Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro is no longer producing the Transformers Tcg. So if this is news to you, I know, but believe me, it is totally okay. So before you back out of the video, before you move on, hold on, give me just a second to talk about that. They did announce for various reasons that they are not going to be going forward with the card game anymore, which was kind of expected given what was going down at the time. However, myself, a lot of the other content creators, all have decided to continue pushing the game. I'm going to be talking more about that here soon, because there's lots of different things that we're going to be doing specifically for the game. However, I wanted to let you guys know that we're going to be here for the long haul. I know I am specifically. Obviously can't talk about everybody else, but I know me, the Colorado boys, Team Primus, has had a lot of conversations about it. It's something that we really want to keep doing, because this is a fantastic and super fun game. I know of a lot of other card games out there that have been, going on for... You guys can hear my husky back there. I try not to close the door for 2 seconds and they won't shut up. But a lot of other card games out there, a lot of other just indie games have gotten a lot of support from their community, and they've gone for 10 years plus after their developer has dropped the game. So as long as the content creators are here, as long as the forefront figures in the game are going to be here, and as long as you guys as a community is going to stick around, this game has so much left in it, and it really comes down to you guys as a community really sticking around to watch the videos, still play the game. We'll talk more about like new cards and all that stuff coming up here soon. All of that is the most important part, because without you guys, there's no reason for us to produce content on the game. I can just sit here and play with it, play with my buddies at the house, but I really love doing videos for a lot of you guys. I know you guys love it, and we're going to continue that, so no worries about that whatsoever. Alrighty, so talking about, what do you mean, Jamie, there's new stuff coming out for the game? You just said that Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro isn't producing it anymore. What do you mean? Well, like I said, myself and some other content creators have created the ARC, which is going to be doing a lot of new stuff for the card game. I'm sure you guys are well aware of the Unicron raid that is going to be dropping on Monday. So you guys are going to be able to watch videos come Monday, how to play, download everything, and be ready to play with your play group, your friends, your family, all of that good jazz. Monday is when Unicron is going live, which is super awesome. I don't know when you guys are watching this video. It is either Saturday or Sunday when you guys are going to be watching this, so just a couple of more days, and boom, the big man is going to be your ticket to start playing, which is super fun. We spent an insane amount of time playtesting those cards, designing those cards, all that good jazz. And then we are working on a new wave of cards, which consists of 38 character cards, 40 battle cards, and I think 20 stratagems. So we have a huge amount of stuff coming out to you guys here very, very soon. There's a few trailers for that. I'll try to link those in the description box as well. I know you guys saw something I put on here not too long ago, and we have another trailer coming out here soon for you guys to really see a lot of that stuff and get super, super excited about it, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. So if you are a part of the ARC, man, I want to give a huge shout out just to you. We got the Blues on Attack boys, we got Matifer, we got Mike King, who did absolutely amazing work on our templates and making these cards look so, so good. It's not even funny, man. Without you, this project wouldn't even be anywhere near what it is. So I want to give you the biggest thank you from me to you personally. It's super, super amazing. There's so much stuff we're going to be able to do from it in the future. We got Carl Enders on there, and then we do have Wes and the Team Primus and Power by Primus boys, and then as well, Wreck and Roll is going to be a big part of it as well. So our group, again, the ARC, we have really spent a lot of time working on a lot of stuff that we're going to be releasing to you guys here very soon. And assuming you guys love the stuff, obviously your feedback is very, very important with that. And you guys are playing with these cards, you guys are having fun, you guys are playing competitive, you guys are playing casual and jank and all that, then we are going to continue to try to make more stuff in the future is what our plan is. I know I have some plans for some other stuff too as well, which is really, really exciting. Now, when it comes to talking about that, you guys are probably really curious, man, what about playtesting? What's going to be official? What's not official? All this other stuff. Well, I'll start by saying that anything that we produce is going to not be official. No, 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 no. Nothing we are doing has anything to do with Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro, and anything Transformers related, which means you guys will never have to pay for anything when it comes to all of this stuff. Everything that we produce is going to be able for you to just print and go and play. Whether you're going to your FedEx, you go to Office Depot, you want to do it in your basement, whatever, wherever you can print these cards, you're going to be able to do so. Nothing that we ever produce is going to be able to be charged for. First off, it's super illegal, and second off, we don't want to do that. The cool part is that we're able to produce and give you these guys cards for you guys to play with for absolutely free, which is really, really awesome. Like I said, we put an insane amount of time into playtesting these, so hopefully they're going to be ready for you to start playing. Nothing's going to be busted, all of that really good jazz. Now, to follow up with that, this is one thing that I want to tell you. If you're looking at our stuff, if you're looking at someone else's stuff to play with, if you're designing cards, remember that we've almost entered this as a set of a digital game. We play with these cards, we play with obviously the stuff that Wizards made, all of our stuff that you can print out. However, if something ends up going weird, we can always change the layout and then you can just go print out a new version. So if you happen to see something and you're like, oh man, that's really crazy, oh that's busted, we have these insane things, we'd love to hear from you guys about all that. Obviously, once everything goes live, we're really hoping we don't have these conversations, but obviously we're testing in a vacuum, so when something gets released to the public, maybe there's something different. We can easily go in there, let's say a character's 15 health is just way too much, and we can easily go in there and edit it and go 13 health now, and then reprint it, and everybody's happy. So just remember that all this stuff is editable, is able to be edited. I don't know the best way to say that. So that's really, really cool stuff. But again, we've really play tested these things a lot. We've really done a lot of work with them. No joke, our Discord chat is 24 hours a day. Like, no joke. I'll wake up in the morning, UK boys have been chatting on there and putting stuff. I'm working on it until 3 a.m. my time. They're working until 3 a.m. their time. So there's constantly stuff going on in there, which is super, super awesome. And I will say that that's the one thing that I love the most, is that the dedication that we put into this thing is absolutely insane. Whether it comes down to playtesting and someone's like, oh, this or oh, this, these cards have constantly been changing over and over and over, which gives me a lot of confidence and should give you guys a lot of confidence for what's coming out is very, very tested and hopefully is very, very ready to be sleeved up and play, because we've been having a lot of fun playing with them and we can't wait for you guys to get your hands on them as well. Now, talking about what's official, not official, what's going to be playable in tournaments, what's not going to be playable in tournaments, all that good jazz. You're going to have to ask whoever is organizing and hosting the tournament what is playable. Obviously, if you're playing with some group that doesn't know about our cards existing or hasn't playtested our cards or doesn't even want them to be there because they want to keep it Wizards official or their own personal creations, that's totally fine. But make sure you do your job if you are entering those tournaments to ask what is playable, so you don't show up to the table with something and they go, what's that? We don't know what that is, and you can't play. Also, Vice versa, if you are an organizer and you are organizing tournaments, you should be making sure that your players know what is playable and what is not playable. It's really simple. Say, hey, wave 1 through wave 5 and X, Y, and Z if you want to put that kind of stuff out there. Just because, again, you don't want someone to sit down at the table to play. They didn't know that something was playable, and then you can't let them play. It can get really, really awkward, so just make sure if you're the player, you're asking, and if you're hosting, please post what is available, because obviously with so many people printing cards, because there is going to be a lot of custom stuff out there, it is going to be very hard to know what is what. I will say all of our cards do say ARC Wave 1 on them, so you will definitely know which cards belong to our wave. Now, talking about tournaments, because this is another thing I get a lot of questions about, is that, Jamie, hey, are you going to host any tournaments? And the answer is yes, we're going to be hosting tournaments. Now, there is some things that I'm specifically waiting for to go down, a few more questions that I'm waiting for myself to be answered so I can give you guys more information, but I will tell you that tournaments are on the way. They are going to be very open, very playable, and hopefully playable for everybody, which is really, really exciting. I don't want to go into too many details because obviously I don't want to spoil anything. This will obviously be a big video later on for a lot of people who want to play the Transformers Tcg at a different level. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be a competitive level. It's not going to be whatever else. I want to leave a lot of things open for when we do get to our official announcements for all of our events. But there are going to be events for absolutely everybody, and it's going to be really, really fun. I'm hoping that they're big events. We have door prizes for random people that are going to be in the event. There's going to be, you know, top 8, top 16 prizes based on the number of people we have going in there, and there is going to be very top-end prizes as well, which is super, super exciting. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but just know that tournaments are on the way. You can quote me on it. It's going to be there, which is super, super exciting. The other question with tournaments is, are they going to be physical tournaments or all digital? And right now, because the way the world is going to be, it's all going to be digital. So it's going to be done via webcam or via online. Again, I'll go through more details later on. However, as of right now, it's almost impossible to get people to go to an event to play physical versions. We do want to eventually get to that, but obviously, since the world is the way it is, we're not going to be able to quite do that yet. Just know that it is on the horizon, assuming everything goes back to our normal. However, for right now, everything will be digital. So if you have access to digital, then you have access to our tournaments once they do eventually drop. Now, talking about all this stuff is kind of why I wanted to segue into this next section. We're talking about what's up with the channel. Now, we're not going to talk about the future yet. We're going to talk about the future of the channel, but what's going on right now. There has been obviously a lack of gameplay videos just because I've been spending so much time playtesting the new cards, playtesting Unicron, designing stuff, chatting with people. My hours at work kind of went up a little bit, so things have been just a little bit wonky as far as the channel goes. I'll tell you guys, gameplay videos are coming back here very, very soon. I'm actually editing one as we speak, so you guys are going to see some gameplay videos coming back. I've got a few really cool deck profile videos that I spent a lot of time editing the intros on. I really hope you guys have been loving those. It seems like you guys are really loving those intros, just to really, really make them awesome and just feel super different, because a lot of the decks that I do are obviously very different and awesome. So you guys are going to be seeing that come back here very soon. We're obviously doing this Q&A, and then we have Unicron dropping on Monday, which is really, really awesome. And then we have more stuff about the ARC coming soon. So I'm able to finally start to get back into playing some games and getting a lot of stuff for you guys on that front. Now, talking about the future of the channel, Jamie, what's the plan now that Transformers is in the situation it's in? Well, I've kind of already answered a lot of that. We're going to be very, very, very much still focused on Transformers, especially when the new wave comes out. Man, we got new gameplay for all those new cards. Oh, it's going to be super, super exciting. The raid, we have Unicron, so I can record a lot of Unicron games. We even have a really cool raid games. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm also going to be going back to doing some podcasts. I know for sure we're going to be doing one talking about the design of Unicron, because I think that one's very, very specific, because there's a lot of nostalgia and a lot of design really shoved into it, and I want you guys to know all about it, because then every little bit you guys look at, excuse me, you guys are going to go, wow, that's really, really cool. I didn't even think about that. Or like, oh yeah, I specifically remember that from the movie. So it's going to be really, really fun to do a podcast talking about that. We're also going to talk about the design of a lot of the ARC stuff that we were a part of, which is really, really cool. Obviously, we'll get to spoil and show all that off once we get to there. And you guys get to really see the madness that we had to put into these things, which is really, really fun. Again, I can't say it enough, man. Like, everyone has done such a good job with the ARC. It's absolutely insane. If you haven't checked any of the other content creators out that are a part of the group, then definitely, definitely go check them out. Absolutely crazy. And then I'm going to start dabbling into other stuff. I know that we got some board games set up. I know I got some other deck builder games set up, and then we have some other gameplay video gameplays that we're going to be doing right now. I'm doing a Samurai Jack Battle Through Time gameplay, which is an absolutely amazing game. The first couple episodes, I was trying to figure out audio and all the other stuff. However, once we get to I think it's episode 4 or 5, things start to get really sounding really nice, which is super awesome. The game's been really fun, and I really hope that you guys do support those. It's something that a lot of people have asked me to do, and I really want to start doing that more because there's a lot of really cool games that are coming out that I want to play, and then I can kind of give you guys a wide variety of content, which is super cool. I know I really want to do the Avengers game that's coming out. A lot of people have requested that one, and then I will for sure be doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I am an insane Viking just related fan, so I will definitely be playing that game, which is going to be super awesome. And then again, some board games, some deck builder games. You guys are going to see me and the guys throwing down on a lot of different board games, which is super exciting. I talked about a few of those games that we're going to be running through. And again, if you guys have any ideas or anything that you guys would like to see, head down to the comment section right now and let me know what you guys would like to see, because I'm always open to it. I love gaming, no matter what it is. Even if you guys want to see Magic, I used to be a huge Magic player, I'd be very open to conversations about that as well. However, that's a different rabbit hole. So again, if you guys have anything, you guys have any recommendations, let me know down below. Now when it comes to talking about some other questions, I've gotten a lot of different random ones that I think are really cool. Hey, Jamie, what really motivates you when it comes to playing this game? Why the Transformers Tcg? And it's just the way that the game plays. I really love the flip mechanics, whether it's transforming characters, flipping off the top of the battle cards during battle. It just has a lot of fun built into it. It's really fast-paced, and there's also a lot of variety into it. A lot of other games, like if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Or even Magic in some instances, there's a lot of cards that dig. You get to really go find something specific, and you really kind of play on them almost in autopilot. Whereas when it comes to the Transformers, there's definitely some things that are very autopilot feeling. Like, I know I play grenade launcher on this attack or whatever else, but you attack, flip a blank, or end up flipping a blue, and then your opponent survives by 1, and your complete game plan is just thrown out the window. Or like, you're like, okay, I'm in this really good spot, and then your opponent's like, oh, we'll scrap your hand, and you're like, oh, wait, no, I just, like, oh, that sucks so bad. So there's a lot of really cool, fun things that really keep bringing me back to the game. I absolutely love it, absolutely love it. The next question that I get asked is, Jamie, do you play any other card games? Have you played any other games in the future? In the past, obviously not in the future, I don't know. As far as the past goes, and the answer is yes. So I played Yu-Gi-Oh! When it very first came out. I guess I back it up even further. I used to collect Pokemon when I was a kid. I still have the first 3 sets of Pokemon all in first edition, so that's super awesome, especially since it became way cooler of a thing. Now it's like a trophy on top of just, it was a kind of a big deal when I was a kid to collect a lot of those. Ended up getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while when the animated series came out. I just really played kind of randomly for fun. I followed a lot of the same TV show rules when I played with buddies, and we had no idea there was an actual real Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game world. Still super young. I guess I wouldn't say super young. I guess I was younger when all that came out. Played with the buddies a lot until I ended up making a move, and I moved and I came across this new game called Magic the Gathering. Now, I don't think that many people don't play Magic at some point in their time. When you play card games on a regular basis, at some point you're going to come across it. You always know the mana symbols, how it kind of works, because it's just been around for forever. I played Magic quite a bit, ended up playing with a bunch of buddies, and then ended up being pretty good at it. Went to F&M's, and I got my taste of competitive gaming, and it was kind of gone from there. I was traveling, playing Star City games. I was playing in Grand Prix. I played in 7 or 8 PTQs. Got some tops there. Played in some Pro Tours. It was a lot of fun. Really playing that game. And it was really awesome to be able to sit down at the kitchen table, which is something that some people know about and playing kitchen table games and some don't, and sitting down with the guys. One of them, Michael, who's still on our team. I've been playing Magic with him for, 10, 15 years. So you have a lot of friendships that you develop through a lot of that stuff, and a lot of people I still talk to who play that game. Really fun stuff. Played that hardcore. And then, again, I had some stuff go down in my life, and I couldn't quite play physical games anymore, just because of some time restrictions, so I really got into Hearthstone. I played a lot of that, and again, I didn't know Hearthstone had such a big influence. My goal every single month was just to like get to legend. Like I'd okay, all right, I'm at legend, or I'd try to get as close to legend as possible, and then I'd get all my rewards and be like, okay, I felt kind of satisfied. That was my competitive for that, a grind on the online. So it was a lot of fun. So I played a lot of card games, but those are the main ones that I've really stuck to, and I've played at a very high level. The next question is, Jamie, what is your favorite piece of art that you've done? Well, I've done a lot of art, and I do have one piece of art that is very specific and that I love to death. It is a Valkyrie that I did a painting of. Now, I'll try to show it in the video. However, it goes to a very big story. I talked about how much I love Viking stuff, but it belongs in the center of my dream. A little weird to say it like that, but I have an end goal, which is another question I was going to talk about when it comes to YouTube and just life in general. I have an end goal, something that I believe the gaming community really wants, really deserves, and really needs. It's something that I want to work towards in my lifetime, but you're talking like, you know, $300,000 down, all that good jazz. Anyway, I don't want to go too much into it because it is a goal, and hopefully one day I can really make a video telling you guys about that goal when I'm walking into a retail spot that I bought. Oh man, I can't wait for that kind of a day. It's going to be absolutely amazing, but it's something that I'm truly working to all the time. It is my end goal, and this piece of art is going to sit smack dab in the middle of the room. Absolutely beautiful. The next question is, how do you eat your pineapple? Well, I'm open to pineapple on pretty much every way except for one. I want you guys to go down in the comment section below and let me know which way do you think I don't eat my pineapple. But truth is, I love pineapple. I love it cold, man. Cut it up. I love it grilled, man. If you ever go to like Fogo de Chao or Texas de Brazil, oh my God, I love me some grilled pineapple. However, I'm not a fan of my pineapple on my pizza. There you go. I said it. I think pineapple is delicious. However, with marinara and stuff, man, things get a little weird for my taste buds. Not a huge fan of it. Now, the next question, which I think is a really funny question that gets brought up quite a bit, is why is Night Racer so much better than Flamewar? Well, I don't think that Night Racer is so much better than Flamewar. I see where there are advantages to her, but there are also still advantages to Flamewar. And if your question is, do I run Flamewar in decks still? The answer is yes. There are decks that I really want to still be flipping Flamewar to get that tough using that kind of a specialist character. However, when it comes to the talk with Night Racer, a lot of people just go, oh, well, she's a super rare. That's why she's so much better. And it's not really the case. Obviously, she's harder to get to. She's going to be more expensive. However, Night Racer picks up the range trait. So there are lots of cards that love the range trait. So that's going to be really nice. Gives her a little bit of a benefit. It does come with one more additional defense. Sometimes that one defense can make a huge difference. And again, going up against an orange deck. However, if going up against a Pierce deck, that one doesn't really do a whole lot. And then does have one more health. Again, could be a huge difference when it comes to that one additional health. However, you don't have to transform Night Racer to get access to tough for all of your characters, but you do have to play a secret action. So you have to play an action for your turn, and you get to gain tough one, which is really cool. But again, you do have to spend your action for the turn on that secret action. Whereas Flamewar, you do have to use a transform, but you always have access to tough one. So that's going to be your toss up there. And again, Flamewar is going to have access, Flamewar's going to have access to the specialist trait as well, which is really nice. And then you can just flip Flamewar once and give your entire team bold if you want to go that route. Now, Night Racer does have the same thing. You have to flip, but you also, not just on top of flipping, have to play a secret action as well. So that's going to be your thing. I think the real question just comes down to what you're playing, and you have to play them both. They're both 5 stars, so you're not really sacrificing on the star count either way. You definitely have to play with them. There are some lists I have where I prefer Night Racer, and there are some lists where I prefer Flamewar. Well, there you guys go. Just a quick little Q&A giving you guys a channel update, what's going on, what's up with the future, and all of that good jazz. Now, I do want to tell you guys I am always open to your guys' comments, questions, emails, all of that good jazz. All of our social media, you guys can find us at Powered by Primus from Instagram, Twitter, our Facebook page. You guys can email me at poweredbyprimus@gmail.com, and make sure to use, obviously, gmail.com, and I will always answer your guys' stuff. Now, if you guys do want to support the channel just a little bit more, as well as receive some sweet rewards, you guys can always find us as well at patreon.com/poweredbyprimus. Any support is obviously fantastic, and if you are a Patreon watching this video, man, a huge thank you to you guys. all of your guys' rewards should have been shipped out by now. It is a really awesome thing having all of your guys' support. Because of you guys, this channel really gets to keep going. I get to keep doing all this awesome stuff. So again, thank you guys to you. Thank you to anybody who watched. Thanks for clicking on another one, and I will catch you guys in the next one.